Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of Youth to Gold here on Cricket Captain 2024. I hope you're all doing very well today. It is the start of Season 2, and I'm very excited because we are finally in Division 1 of the Vitality County Championship. If we have a look at the domestic tables, we can see that we're, predicted to finish in the bottom. Actually, it's not really a prediction, it's just showing the table of where everybody finished last season, plus obviously us and Sussex got promoted, and if we go to Division 2, it'll show the same. But the one thing I want to have a look at quickly is our fixtures in today's video. So we start off with 5 county championship fixtures instead of 4. I think we did 4 last time, or at the start of last season, I should say. So we obviously have our first game today, which is Worcestershire away. Then we have 2 home games, one against Nottinghamshire, one against Hampshire. Then we have Essex away and Durham at home. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I may do 2 games, at least 2 games. I may sneak in this Northamptonshire Hampshire game, depending on how tired I get, because I've already recorded 2 videos today. This is the grand reveal of our first starting 11 in Division 1 cricket. We've got newly minted opener Chris Follett. He's done a lot of training in the off-season. If you didn't watch the end of the last video, we basically, during last season's off-season, we put all of our work into making him a opening batsman, because we released quite a few opening batsmen last off-season. We also did the same with Rocky Flintoff. We've been putting all of his work into opening in all formats. Previously, he was just a middle order batsman, but he is now an aggressive, basically opener, which is what I like to see. He's not in the best of form, but we are going to open him up with Follett to start our Division 1 campaign. Our overseas player, Ollie Davies from Australia, he is going to bat at 3. He is averaging 48 to start his first class career, which I do quite like. John Higgins, our youth player, or one of our youth players from our youth intake last season, he's going to bat at 4, as he did the bulk of last season. Vasconcelos, who opened with Prithvi Shaw and Emilio Gay at portions last season, is going to bat at 5. He's also going to be our captain this year. Ollie Sykes, yes, who we picked up in the recruitment phase. He previously played for Surrey as sort of this batting, bowling all-rounder. He averages 34 in 3-day cricket, averages 38 with the ball, but he's going to be batting at 6. I was thinking of putting either Foyle or Zabe in, but I thought I'd trial Ollie Sykes. Just to see, I wanted the extra bowler, but I wanted someone who was a little bit better at the bat with 25 average to Zabe, and we figured we may as well trial someone who is relatively young, hasn't played any first-class cricket, and hopefully something of it can come. Willie is going to bat at 7. He played very little first-class cricket for us last season due to his commitments to the IPL, but he's not in the IPL this season, so he is going to bat at 7. Bannister, our other youth prospect, is going to bat at 8. He's going to open the bowling with Ben Sanderson. Peter Siddle, our other overseas player, is going to be number 9. Harry Armstrong, who we picked up in the recruitment window, is going to be our spinner. He's going to bat at 10, and then Sanderson at 11. Some of our other bowling options were, I believe it's Alec Brownlow, who's a leggy, Neil Wagner. It was a toss-up between him and Siddle. I decided to go with Siddle. Then we've got Martin, Langridge, and Minto. I decided to go with Sanderson for now, just because he's more experienced, but if he does not perform as well as he did last season in first-class cricket, I'm more than happy to bring in one of these other guys. But I'm very excited. The conditions are looking fairly reasonable. There's a little bit of overcast conditions Monday morning, day 1 morning, and day 3 afternoon. But apart from that, it should be pretty good. I am so excited to play Division 1 cricket. Let's call the toss. We're going to go with heads. We have won the toss. We may as well bat first. I think that is going to be very, very good for us to do. And before I forget, there is something I forgot to put at the end of the last video. Future Cooper is going to quickly put it here. Editing Cooper's going to put it here. I will quickly show that off before we get into today's match. Future Cooper here, and this is the thing I forgot to include in the off-season video, so I'm going to put it here. It is the off-season awards. Ta-da! I decided to do like a fancy sort of... I know in Australia we have like the Allen Border Medal, and I didn't know what the England/ICC equivalent was. Obviously the ICC has like the ICC awards, so I decided to put my own sort of version of it here because I didn't know where else to put it. Anyway, we've got here the PCA Player of the Year Award, which is basically, from my understanding, like England's cricket union is essentially what it is. And for each, I've got basically 4 categories. There's most first class runs, first class wickets, dismissals for a wicketkeeper, and outfield catches. I've got that for each of the formats. And then, actually, I'm just going to quickly fix this up. As I said, there is first class runs, or first class, as I said, there's all the first class stats, one day stats, T20 stats, and stats for the 100. Then there is also a player of the year, as you can see, and a young player of the year. I'm taking all of this information, as you know, from the spreadsheet I've been using. Well, I suppose it is essentially a spreadsheet that's been provided to me by Rob. So once again, I'll put his stuff in the description down below. One thing I have also done is I've put together a team of the year for each of the formats. I'm currently working on the one for the ICC award, so you can sort of see down the bottom here that, you know, spoilers of some of the stuff that I have seen, or that I have done, I should say. But I will quickly run through all of the awards and hopefully can have a little bit of fun with this. And I've also got a separate notepad, which is sort of like a career history notepad that I am applying for the players that I do use. So most first class runs was Chris Follett, as we do know. He got 1,491 runs at 57.35. I haven't completely finished all of the averages and whatnot. I'll probably, when we do this next season, I'll do like a refresher, because like the 2025 version will just go directly under, and then it'll just keep going up season after season. Basically just a record keep of basically how we've gone. George Scrimshaw for us, and it's got like the initials of the clubs here as well. George Scrimshaw, 76 wickets in first class cricket, I should say. Vasconcelos actually got the most dismissals, which was a little surprising. He got 49 catches and 2 stumpings as a wicketkeeper. And Adam Lyth from Yorkshire got the most outfield catches with 29. In terms of one-day cricket, Nick Gubbins got 750 runs in the Metrobank One Day Cup. Got 750 runs, as I said. Alex Russell, 24 wickets. John Simpson out of Sussex picked up 11 catches behind the stumps. And Nick Gubbins, who was also the top run scorer, got the most outfield catches with 8. James Vince for Hampshire in the Blast got 719 runs. Matthew Taylor got the most wickets with 34. Ollie Robinson got the most dismissals, not the bowler, the wicketkeeper, 12 catches and a stumping. Will Smead, who we've recently signed to the Manchester Originals, picked up 8 catches for Somerset. And in the 100, Lewis Deploy picked up the most runs. Ben Green got the most wickets. Alex Davies got the most dismissals. And Ben Green, once again, got most outfield catches. Now, the player of the year, I've decided to give this to Matthew Taylor. Basically, what I've done is I've combined all stats from all of the formats that everyone played domestically, and basically figured out who the best player was. And Matthew Taylor took 135 domestic wickets last year at an average of 20.81 for Gloucestershire. I don't think he actually played in the 100, so that would be across the county championship, Metrobank One Day Cup, and the Blast. And then Chris Follett got the young player of the year, scoring a total of 2,258 runs at an average of 48.04 across all formats. We're now going to quickly move into the team of the year for the championship. Lewis Rees out of Derbyshire got the number 1 opening position. He got 1,300 runs, or just over 1,300 runs at 55.21. Tom Clark, who we know got a bunch of high scores, scored just shy of 1,200 runs at an average of 44. Follett, deservedly so, got the number 3 position. Pajara, who captains this team, scored slightly less runs than Chris Follett, but an average of 71.35 was exceptional. Lewis Deploy, who was second in the runs in the county championship, picked up an average of 55.96 for Middlesex. Chris Cook, who was the best wicketkeeper batsman, got the number 6 spot as the wicketkeeper. Matthew Waite got 864 runs at 37 and also 69 wickets at 28 for Worcestershire. Byers Swanepoel, I believe that's how you say that name. He got 600 runs at 30 and then 72 wickets at 20. Matthew Taylor got 71 wickets for Gloucestershire. Scrimshaw got 76 wickets for us. And then Inkaba Peter got 73 wickets for Derbyshire as the spin option at number 11. In the One Day Cup Team of the Year, Nick Gubbins was the opener. Tom Haynes was the other opener and wicketkeeper. Pajara, again, captain of this team. John Higgins, the number 4. Rory Burns, number 5. Bo Webster, number 6. George Balderson was the number 7. Really good batting stats and bowling stats. Finn Hudson Prentice, 288 runs at 41.4, including 17 wickets at 40. Ethan Bosch, 23 wickets at 17. Farhan Ahmed, 22 wickets at 20.4. And then Alex Russell, 24 wickets at 14. In the Blast, James Vince, 719 runs at 47.93, was the captain of this team and the first opening batsman. Ben McDermott, 612 runs at 40.8. Nick Gubbins, I've just realised the top 3 in this team are all from Hampshire. Nick Gubbins, 494 at 38. Wayne Madsen, in his final season, 450 runs at 32.14 from Derbyshire. Ollie Robinson from Durham, 416 runs at 32 as the wicketkeeper. Lamb from Derbyshire, I don't know what his first name is, I mustn't have put that in yet. 354 runs at 35.4. Mulder, who played for, I'm assuming that's Lancashire, 94 runs at 9.4, which isn't a great batting average, but he is quite a good sort of all-rounder. So he is batting at 7. 29 wickets at 17.5. Matthew Taylor, 34 wickets in the Blast at 13. Matthew Waite, 29 wickets at 16. Tom Scriven, 31 wickets at 15. And then Inkaba Peter, once again, 32 wickets at 14. And then lastly, the 100, Joss Butler, who played for us actually, 289 runs at 48.17. Johnny Bairstow, who's batting the other opening position, 242 runs at 34.57. Sam Hain, who played for the Trent Rockets, 258 runs at 43. Lewis Deploy, 348 runs at 69.6 for the Southern Brave. Ferreira from, I believe, South Africa, 245 runs at 81.67. He's also going to be the wicketkeeper in this team. Kieran Pollard, 246 runs at 49.2 for the Southern Brave. Ben Stokes was the number 7. I don't know who's actually the captain of this team. I haven't put a captain in. I'll just give it to Ben Stokes. 93 at 31. Didn't actually bat that much, but 16 wickets at 13 was very good. And then Ben Green, 68 runs at 11, 22 wickets at 12.45. Saqib Mahmood is the number 9 with 21 wickets at 14. Oliver Robinson, which is just Ollie Robinson, the fast bowler, just to not confuse them, 19 wickets at 13.68. And then finally, Matthew Taylor, who got Team of the Year, I believe, in all but one of the teams. 19 wickets at 12.1. He is your Player of the Year. Chris Follett is the Young Player of the Year. I'll do the ICC Awards another time, mainly because I haven't finished them. But I wanted to quickly show you this before we start our new season. Back to current Cooper. 410 in our first innings in Division 1 is nothing to scoff at. We also get a new user record, which always makes me feel good. Follett and Rocky Flintoff both made 50s opening the batting. Ollie Davies wasn't too bad with a 41 off 69. Higgins gets his third first-class 100. It's not going to show it there. He's not currently averaging 70. That will adjust in a minute. But a very well-played 141. He batted all the way down until I think he got out when Bannister was also settled. Vasconcelos wasn't too bad in the middle order. Sykes on first-class debut got a handy 19. David Willey sort of swung for the fences a little bit, got 8. Bannister smacking the ball around, got 30, and then the tail didn't really wag whatsoever. Waite was very, very good. 6 for 93 with the ball. They used a lot of different bowlers. We also lost a bit of time. It was just over an hour towards the end of day 1, but it hasn't really affected the game so much so far. I look forward to bowling. There's a bit of turn already in the pitch. Bannister, I don't believe he's actually opened the bowling for us before in first-class cricket, so this is going to be a new experience for him. There's also Peter Siddle, who I believe is the other... Actually, no, it's Sanderson, who's the other opening bowler. But Peter Siddle, Willie, obviously Armstrong are all going to be there to help out. Sykes might even roll the arm over for a few. But hopefully, what does the predictor actually say? They're going to score apparently 350. So a draw may be on the cards for this one. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. We bowled really, really well. All out for 209 Worcestershire are. They need 52 runs to avoid the follow-on. We've never been in a position where we've had to enforce the follow-on before. Bannister, really, really solid opening spell. Didn't actually bowl that much beyond that. 2 for 30 off 2 for 30 off 13 overs, economy of 2.31. We actually had them 5 for 54. Ended up being all out for 209. Sanderson, 1 for 31 was pretty economical. Peter Siddle, 4 for 31. Was probably the best of the bowlers. Armstrong, our spinner, 2 for 74 on debut. Willie and Sykes bowled a couple of changeovers here and there, but didn't really do too much between the two of them. How much are we in the lead by? We lead by a 201. I dare say I think we'll bowl again because our opening bowlers are fairly fresh because we were saving them for when the new ball was going to come around. We're currently at the 70 over mark, so we are going to enforce the follow-on. A lot of bonus points in our favour, and I'm also a little bit concerned about the time. So we are going to bowl again. Bannister again is going to lead us into battle. Just that bowling average is so good. Hopefully we can finish this match nice and quickly. A better batting performance by Worcestershire in this one. All out for 302 early on day 4. Batted for 98.5 overs. Bannister again, 3 for 74. Ben Sanderson, none for 38 off his 10, unfortunately. Harry Armstrong, the pitch was beginning to turn, so we gave him a couple of overs, excuse me. It was really expensive early, but really began to cramp the middle order right through here. Roderick, although Willie picked up his wicket, Armstrong picked up Arkwright and Oliveira. Did a really good job. Picked up 2 for 97, bowled better than his figures suggested. Peter Siddle took on the second new ball with Bannister, and David Willey picked up 3 for 34 in those middle overs. Did a really good job. They were 1 for 139 and then 2 for 192. So they were off to a really fast start and were batting quite quickly. But once we got it under control, we took the game back, which was great. We now need 102 to win. There's still plenty. I mean, the weather's looking pretty good, but predictor has us winning this one fairly comfortably. Worcestershire do have a 4.5% chance of winning, but I think we should be okay to secure our first win of the season. 1 to win. Follett secures the victory with a pull shot. Just going to be the single, but our first Division 1 win was done fairly comfortably in the end. We've done it with over 2.5 hours to go. We beat Worcestershire by 9 wickets. Follett finishes 54 not out, and Ollie Davies up the other end, 37 not out. John Higgins, with his 141, is the player of the game. Brings his first class average up to a very nice 63.5, 300s and 150, a very good conversion rate. As we have a look around the competitions, we'll quickly do a quick scan. Lancashire, actually no, Essex, excuse me, beat Lancashire. They chased down 295 and got it done with 2 wickets remaining. Nottinghamshire beat Sussex with Ben Duckett getting a nice century. Kent beat Hampshire. Zach Crawley, 123, not out at the end. And then Warwickshire beat Durham at home, I believe. I would assume that's their home game. Davies got a 96 and a 49, falling short of 2 very big milestones. And funnily enough, we are in first position, which is quite funny. I don't think we'll stay here, but for now, we can say we are the champions of the Vitality County Championship in Division 1. I don't think we'll stay here. We now have Nottinghamshire, who actually ranked second at home. They are a 5-star team. We'll continue forward. I don't think there were any other fixtures to be played. I think we're all good. Yes. If we have a look at the pitch, we'll keep it on a seamers pitch for now, just because we do have those seamers. Harry Armstrong, unfortunately, did struggle with the ball a little bit on debut, but Alex Russell seemed to feature pretty well while bowling a lot on seamers pitches, so we'll see how he goes. Obviously, Alex Russell a little bit more experienced than Armstrong, but I'm going to keep the team the same. There's no reason for me to change it at this point in time. We'll send Zabe to the second 11. Don't know why I didn't do that last time. But I think, as I said, we'll keep it as is. Oh no, that's not good. I dare say this one will be a draw, strictly based on the weather. Well, we've won the toss, which is a thing that happened. I suppose bat first, I guess. Just so we can bat on that really nice day. Because I'm assuming just the first day is going to be a raining just mess. No, it's not going to rain straight away. So I'll see how long we can bat for. Predicted score is 224 against Nottinghamshire. They're a very good side. If you take a quick scout, they've got Haseeb Hameed, Joe Clark, Lyndon James is pretty reasonable, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's not too bad. Farhan Ahmed, who we signed for the Manchester Originals, he's already played international cricket. He's 17. Brett Hutton, been playing for a long time. They've got Subrayan, who's their overseas player, very good spinner. Dewald Brevis, who is also South African, a former international. George Hargrave, and Hameed is the other guy. Pretty tough batting conditions, as we know. It was the seamers pitch. We decided to bat first, just so we could, try and get some runs on the board before the match got rained out. We ended up with 177, which, we were 4 for 78, so I suppose that is a good result. Ahmed took 4 for 52 against us, especially a lot of those later wickets. Vasconcelos was the only one with a half century, made a very well made 55. Rocco Flintoff too. He got 28, 43 balls. Higgins got a 24. And then Sykes was the third top scorer. He got a 26, which I believe is actually his highest first class score at this point. Not that he's been playing for very long. And we've already lost just under 2 hours. It's not been a very good start. There's still 15 overs left today. We're still on day 1. If we can snag a couple of early wickets, I think we are in with a chance. They predicted to score over 300. That's not a good sign. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than, restricting them to around 200 would be ideal, even if they take a little bit of a lead. But if we get them under 300, I'll be happy. We bowled them all out for 262, so we basically achieve our objective. Unfortunately, we did have them 8 for 183, so to concede an extra 80-odd runs was fairly disappointing. Armstrong, best bowling performance of his short career so far, gets that bowling average down to 32. He got 3 for 58 from 23.5 overs, was really economical. Bannister, I can't believe he hasn't done this yet, but finally gets a 5-wicket innings. Ends up with 5 for 73 from 28 overs. Tom Moores led the way with 57 for Nottinghamshire. We are in the behind, that's not right. We are trailing by 85 runs. There's just over 2 hours left on day 3, and then it's going to be pretty messy on day 4 in terms of the weather. predictor-wise, has us scoring around 225. There's a 1.5% of a chance of a draw. We'll see how that plays out just with the weather, but I don't like our odds of a result here just because of how far behind we are in the game and with the weather that's coming on day 3 and 4. We may have put ourselves in with a chance. 391 all out. Big scores to Ollie Davies, who makes his first class 100 for Northamptonshire. Higgins with another half century, and David Willier, 78, did sort of bat with the tail quite nicely. He put on a good partnership with Peter Siddle for the 7th wicket, I believe it was. He put on quite a few runs, and then the tail just collapsed. We had nothing left. But a very good batting performance. We were in a little bit of trouble early after Flintoff got out. He hasn't had a good start to his first class career. He got a 50 in his first innings and has struggled after that. I'll keep persisting with him for now, but we'll just have to wait and see how the rest of the season plays out. But Nottinghamshire need 307 to win, which I think is plenty of runs. Yeah, the weather just is an absolute killer. It says it's highly unlikely that they're going to win. We're a 25% chance, but it's the draw, 74% chance of winning. Yeah, I dare say this one will be a draw. Yeah, unfortunately, it was a draw. We lost a lot of play. They finished 3 for 167. That's actually our first drawn first class match in this save file. We actually haven't had a draw yet. Bannister was expensive, but did pick up an early wicket, which was Hargrave. Sanderson, was really economical, as was Sykes. I just tossed the ball to Armstrong at Sykes when it just looked like it was going to be a draw. Siddle picked up a wicket, as did Armstrong. But yeah, unfortunately, will be a draw. Bannister gets player of the game for his 5, for he also got 30 odd with the bat in the second innings. However, after 2 games, we are still in the top 5. We're in this top bracket of the county championship. Essex have moved to first. Just with the amount of points we have, I think, well, we're actually tied for second. Nottinghamshire also tied, or they're in third. We're in second for whatever reason. So I think we're actually going to call it an episode here. My voice is starting to get a little tired. As I said, this is the 3rd video I've recorded for the day, so I am going to leave it here for now. Thank you so much, everybody that tuned into today's video, and all of you that have supported the series so far. I thank you so much. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!